Okay. So today we will discuss about gradually varied flow. Gradually varied flow. Okay. Under this section, gradually varied flow, we only discuss about non-uniform gradually varied flow, not non-steady. We are considering the flow as steady. Okay, flow is steady, but it is non-uniform. That means it varies along the direction of space only, or along the length of the river. Okay, that means your discharge is constant. That means, suppose this is a river bed. Okay, so flow is occurring like this. Originally, flow is occurring like this. So what happened? Suddenly, or suppose this type of obstruction is there now. This may be because of dam or all this or where like this. So this type of obstruction is there in its path of flow. Now what happened? See, discharge is same. Original discharge and your now after constructing the river obstruction across the river, your discharge is same. So what happened? It will be like this. Now flow will be. Now the flow has sense. That means depth of flow. Here it is y1, suppose. Here it is y2. Now depth is sense along the length of the river. Along the length of the river, now depth is sense. That means flow is steady, but your depth is sense. Depth has been sent because of the construction of this dam, suppose. Now that flow is called your gradually varied flow. Remember this, we are considering the non-uniform gradually varied flow. That means your gradually varied flow is steady. We are considering that. Steady, gradually varied flow. Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will discuss about dynamic equation for gradually varied flow. Dynamic equation of gradually varied flow. So before deriving this equation, we have assumed some assumption. Number one assumption is what? The head loss at a certain section is same as uniform flow. The head loss at a certain section is same as uniform flow. This means what? Uniform flow formula such as your series equation and Manning's equation are applicable in gradually varied flow profile. Okay. See, your Manning's equation and series equations are for the uniform flow only. We have assumed this assumption to apply those equations in gradually varied flow. Clear? The head loss at a certain section is same as uniform flow. Why we are assuming this assumption? Because we are going to apply Sedgwick equation and Manning's equation during the derivation of this dynamic equation. And Sedgwick equation and Manning's equation is for gradually varied flow only. Clear? So number two, slope of the channel bed SB is assumed to be small. Assumed to be small. Okay. Slope of the channel bed is SB is assumed to be small. Why we are assuming this? See, in case of our uniform flow, our SB is equal to SF. In case of our uniform flow, SB is equal to SF. Always remember this thing. But in gradually varied flow, your SB is not equal to SF. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So why we are considering this bed slope is small? Because if your see in this figure, if your bed slope is small, then what happen? Your d cos theta becomes equal to y. That means your what we can say, if the depth that is measured perpendicular to your bed, this depth measured perpendicular to your bed, that means y is equal to your what your the depth, this depth d cos theta. That means y is equal to d. Ultimately, if the cos theta is very small, then y is equal to your d. That means whether it is vertical direction, see, depth measure in the vertical direction is equal to what? D cos theta. And depth measure in the normal direction, normal to bed is what? Y. This is y. Okay. If theta is small, then depth measured along the vertical direction and normal direction is same. To consider that, we are assuming that theta is very small. Clear up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So number 3 is channel is prismatic. Channel is prismatic. That means your channel has a constant alignment and shape. Cross section is same throughout the section, throughout the length. Okay. Number 4, velocity coefficient is unity. In most of the cases, till now we have considering the velocity coefficient is assumed as unity. Velocity coefficient means your alpha. This value alpha. This alpha value is 1. Okay. And number 5 is what your roughness coefficient. Roughness coefficient means what are the N, C, F. N is many, C is stasis constant, F is your Darcy-Weisbach constant. All are independent of depth of flow. That means throughout the channel section, this value is constant. We assume that. Lots of assumption is there for deriving this gradually varied flow equation. So those are not possible in your practical case. But to derive this equation, just we have to assume these things. That roughness coefficient throughout the channel is constant. It doesn't depend upon depth. Up to this much clear? All the assumptions are clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we'll now derive this. Okay. So from this figure, H is equal to how much? Z theta head plus d cos theta plus d cos theta is the surrogate alpha v square by 2ic. If we are not applying any assumption, then this is your equation, total head. Okay. Now, if we already assume that theta is very small, if theta is very small, then d cos theta is equal to y. and alpha is unity, then this expression become what? V square by alpha v square by twice g becomes your what? V square by twice g. Clear? Up to this much clear? Then
Yes,
we
sir.
can rewrite this equation 1 in this fashion. X is equal to z plus y plus v square by twice g. Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Now differentiating with respect to x. Differentiating with respect to x, then what we get? Dx by dx is equal to dz by dx plus dy by dx plus dg square of d square by twice g by dx. Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Now see here, dx by dx in the direction of the flow. This is your upstream section. That means flow is occur from this to that side, upstream to low downstream. So if you move downstream, that means in the direction of the flow, then that means with the increase in x, if the length of the river is goes on increasing, whether dh is increasing or decreasing, h is increasing or decreasing, total energy.
Sir, decreasing.
Decreasing. So that's why this dx by and what is this dx by dx? What this represent dx by dx?
Sir, change in total energy with respect to length.
And that is what your head loss. This is and that is what your this total energy is losses we are considering only because of what? Friction. No other losses are considered along the flow. So that means what? dh by dx is equal to SF. Clear? Frictional slope. Is it clear to you?
Yes, yes, sir.
And we put negative sign in front of this. Why we are putting this negative sign? Because dh by dx goes on decreasing along the direction of x. That's why we are putting negative sign. This is your frictional loss. That's why this dh by dx represent your what? Frictional slope. Clear? So next dz by dx. dz by dx represent what? From this figure, dz by dx. This is your dz by dx. What this represent?
Tan theta.
Tan theta. Tan theta is what? Slope theta. If theta is very small, tan theta becomes theta, isn't it? So theta is what? Your bed slope. SV. And why it is negative? Because it is also decreasing along the length of the river, along the flow direction. Clear? Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So we
Yes,
can
sir.
write this equation as minus SF minus SB plus dy by dx plus ddx of d square by twice g. Further, we can write this as b minus sf is equal to dy by dx. If I put here d by dy, d square by 2g into dy by dx, I can write in this term in like this also, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This term can be written like this also. d dy of v square by twice d dy into dy by dx. So if I am taking dy by dx common, one plus d dy of d square by twice d. In this way, you can write, isn't it? Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me again write this expression here again. SB minus SF is equal to dy by dx 1 plus d dy of d square by twice d. Clear? So now d dy of d square by 2d. D can be represented as q square by a square, v square by twice d dy. Further, q is constant because flow is steady. Steady means discharge is constant. Only variable is your depth. So only variable here is what? A. Q square by twice d dy of a square. So this is equal to q square by twice d minus 2 dA by a cube by dy. Clear up to this much? So this is equal to q square by g, 2 cancel out. Minus is coming here. dA by dy is equal to what? dA by dy? Just check it. dy by dy is equal to t, top width. Several times I am telling you these things. dA by dy is equal to t, top width. Okay. dA by dy is equal to t. In previous classes also I have explained these things, so I'm not going to explain again these things. So SB minus SF is equal to what? dy by dx 1 minus t square t by z a cube. So dy by dx is equal to SB minus SF 1 minus q square t by z a cube. So this is the dynamic equation for gradually varied flow. Clear?
Yes, sir. I'm again writing this. If in exam it is coming like that, derive the dynamic equation of gradually varied flow, then up to that much we have to rewrite. Okay. So further I am simplifying this. This is the equation that we have derived just now. Okay. So this can be further writing in this way. SB, if I am taking common SB, SF by SB, 1 minus t square t by ZA2. Q square t by ZA cube for wide rectangular scenario. or white rectangular channel. White rectangular channel means what? Huh? White rectangular channel means?
Sir, the depth is negligible with respect to the width.
Yeah. Now, this B q square T by Ga cube, this B, again further we can write this as q square B by Ga cube in this way. Now, Q is equal to what? Or let me write down in this way. Q square B by G B square into B y cube. That means A is equal to B into Y. So this is your B y cube by B square. A cube is equal to. I can write in this way. So Q square by B square is equal to what? Q square by B square is equal to what? Huh? Q by B is equal to what? Capital
Small
Q
q.
by small. Yes, small q. Discharge per unit weight. Discharge per unit weight. So Q squared B cancel out. B y cube. Again, Q square by G is equal to what? Q square by G. We have derived Q square by G is equal to YC cube. Just second. We have already derived those things. So YC cube by Y cube. That means YC. YC by Y whole cube. Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Again, we have considered that channel is white rectangular. Q is equal to 1 by n, R2 by 2 by 3, SFC. Now I am writing in gradually varied flow, it is SF because here SB is equal to not SF. In uniform flow, SB and SF equal. In case of when we have considered uniform flow, but this flow is not uniform now. Now this flow is non-uniform, so that's why I am writing here SF because in original equation it is SF into A. Now R is equal to, for white rectangular channel, R is equal to what? R is equal to A by P. A is equal to B into Y. For white rectangular channel, I am considering this is just B. So BB cancel out Y. Clear? So 1 by n, Y to the power 2 by 3, SF to the power half, A is equal to B into Y. Clear? So ultimately this is equal to 1 by n B y to the power 5 by 3 SF to the power half. Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is for white rectangular channel. This is your 1. This is 2. This is. Now, when the flow is uniform, when flow is uniform, then Q is equal to 1 by n B y to the power 5 by 3 SF is represented by SB, and this Y is replaced by YN.
See, y is your normal depth. Any depth, so not normal depth. Y is your any depth. It can be any depth. But in case of uniform flow, as the flow of the channel it is constant, so it is normal depth become yn. Okay. So if flow is uniform, then the equation that we derived just now, what equation we have derived? We have derived this equation. Q is equal to 1 by n b y to the power 5 by 3 sf to the power half. If the flow is uniform, then this y is replaced by this y is replaced by yn and sf is replaced by sb, because your sb and sf is same. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So now discharge is constant. So q by q, that means this is equation 4. So equation 3 divided by equation 4. Equation 3 is this. This is equation 3. Then what we will get? 1 by n by to the power 5 by 3 sf to the power half by 1 by n yn to the power 5 by 3 sb to the power half. So n 1 by n 1 by b cancel out. This is 1. So ultimately sf by sb to the power half is equal to how much? Yn by y whole to the power 5 by 3. Clear? Up to this was clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That means sf by sb yn by y whole to the power 10 by 3. Equation 5. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So now we have previously what we get this expression dy by dx is equal to sb minus sf by 1 minus q square t by ZA2. So if I am taking SB common, 1 minus SF by SB by 1 minus q square t by ZA2. In equation 2 implies we have derived what? Q square t by ZA cube is equal to what?
So yc by y cube.
YC by Y cube. And thus we have derived from equation 4 SB by SF is equal to how much? Y by Yn Y by Y, no, Y by Y. Yn by Y. Sorry. Yn by Y 10 cube by 3. These things we have derived just now from equation 4.
Sir,
this
that
was
is
clear?
SF by SB, sir.
SF by SB, yeah, sorry. SF by SB. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So if we put this value here, then what we will get? Dy by dx is equal to SB 1 minus Yn by Y whole to the power 10 by 3 by 1 minus Yc by Y
yc by y whole to the power how much?
3.
3. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So if we apply Manning's equation, if for white rectangular cylinder, now if we apply say this equation, hello, no question, hello. So if we apply Sage's equation is what? Sage's equation?
V is equal to C into under RS.
V is equal to C root over
Under root RS.
RS. So now for white rectangular cylinder, this R is equal to what? Y. C half SF to the power half. Isn't it? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
So now Q is equal to A into V. That means C V y to the power 3 by 2. I am again writing this, otherwise you may confuse. A is equal to B into Y. C y to the power half SF to the power half. B C y to the power 3 by 2 SF to the power half. Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Now similarly, now if the flow is uniform.
Yes, sir.
If flow is uniform, then Q is equal to C into B yn to the power 3 by 2 SB to the power half. SF can be replaced by SB. 5, 6. Now 5 divided by 6 implies SF to the power half SB to the power half is equal to what? Yn by Y whole to the power 3 by 2. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Clear? If
Yes.
you divide 5 by 6, then you will get this. SF by half, SB by half, yn in that side, yn to the power 3 by 2, and y. So SF by SB is equal to yn by y whole cube. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So now that equation again we can write, that means this equation dy by dx SB 1 minus SF by SB by 1 minus Q squared T by GA cube. Now this again can be written like this. SB 1 minus SF by SB. If we apply Sage's equation, then yn by y whole cube and 1 minus q square t by j cube we have already derived yc by y whole cube. Clear? So for y rectangular scenarios, we are getting two equations. This is for Sage's equation. If we apply Sage's equation, and for Manning's equation will be like this: dy by dx SB 1 minus yn by y 10 to the power 3 by 1 minus yc by y whole cube. Clear?
Yes, sir.
See, only difference is 10 divided by 3, it is approximately what? 3.33. And here it is 3. That is the difference in Sage's and Manning. Remaining terms are same. All the remaining terms are same. Just in the Manning's equation, you are getting expression as 10 by 3, and in the Sage's equation, you are getting 3. That means its variation is same. Clear? Up to this much clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then today I'll stop here.